Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. Got a dark and disturbing one for you today in the form of No Tears in Hell from director Michael Casey. And we get the story of Alex, who is a serial killer who lives with his mom. Well, at least lives across the hall from his mother. And yeah, he goes out and he preys on the homeless in the city where he is in Alaska, where the economy is so bad there are many homeless folks out there. And he preys on them, lures them, and kills them in not so pleasant ways. And then he does other things to their bodies. I mean, after all, in this economy, who can afford beef, right? But as things escalate and as he gets more and more confident in his killings, he starts to get a little bit more careless, and his mother is concerned that she soon will not be able to clean up after Alex's messes enough to keep him from being caught from the various nasty things he is doing. No Tears in Hell is a brutal look at a serial killer and the motivation. Nearly all of this film is told from the perspective of Alex. In fact, we get a voiceover from Alex in the opening, introducing things and getting inside his head. And let me tell you, it's not a pleasant place to be. Alex is played wonderfully by Luke Baines, giving this character a little bit of Norman Bates flair, but he's more Norman Bates combined with Jeffrey Dahmer, and throw in a little Gacy in there as well. But yeah, Alex is a very disturbing and dark character with a number of layers, and Luke Baines plays him fantastically. And then Alex's mother is played by Gwen Van Dam, and I liked her character. I liked watching her progression as she slowly feels more and more concerned about her son. At first, it's kind of odd, she kind of is indifferent to his actions at first. She's just protecting his son, and in fact assists him in sometimes. But like I said, as things go along, she starts to get concerned that he's getting too confident and careless, and it's interesting to see that dynamic change between these two characters. And as Gwen just plays her fantastically, though. Definitely a great counter to Alex's darkness. There's this motherly love in this odd way that comes across, and but it's still disturbing what Alex's does. It's portrayed in some very graphic and brutal matters. Michael Casey does not hold back from showing just how vicious and just disturbing Alex is. Now, his victims are played by a various group of very talented individuals in here, and I loved their performances. They're bold performances, being put in the situations they're in on camera. I thought they did very well in here. The story plays out a bit like you would expect it to, but I will say that I was surprised. I am not going to spoil it. I don't think it's been mentioned in the IMDb or anything of, there's this little book note, this little punctuation, this little coda at the end of this film that suddenly really puts this entire film in perspective and adds a whole nother layer of it being very disturbing. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Some others might, but I'm not going to. But let's just say there's a coda at the end of this film that when you see it, you're going to go, oh, damn, right? Now, the only complaint I really had with Tears in Hell is the fact that I think it goes a little bit too long. I think they could have scaled it back a little bit. You get the idea, you get inside Alex's head, you get this feeling of disturbedness. Seeing him get away with this because he's preying on the homeless is making a statement, and you get that idea across. I think it just went a little bit too long. Maybe could have cut one section out of here. I'm not sure exactly which one, but you could have probably cut out one of the kills in here and still really kept that exploration of the Alex character. But that was my really only complaint. This isn't going to be for everyone. It's going to trigger some folks. It's really going to disturb many of the casual horror fan out there. But if you're into extreme horror stories about serial killers, then yeah, No Tears in Hell should be on your list. It's got a high production value, great performances, and an interesting story that, like I said, you watch it till the end, and then there's just this whole another punch to things that I did not expect and I wasn't aware of. So yeah, go in as cold as you can, folks, but definitely check it out if this is your type of film. So No Tears in Hell. If you have seen it, please let me know. Leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. Help us get to 6,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We're already over 5,000. We're growing by leaps and bounds, and that's thank you to your support for our little sliver of the internet. I appreciate every single one of you, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.